Imagine you're returning from a swim at the beach. You need to get back to your Airbnb, but the road is flooded. What do? Walk through the floodwaters or wait to return? For those considering the walk back, are you thinking about what might be in that water? Because of sea level rise, sunny day flooding like you see on this slide is increasingly common, both in North Carolina and in coastal areas globally. This road in Carolina Beach has flooded not because of a hurricane, but simply because of high tides and moderate winds atop increasing baseline sea levels. When I started my PhD, we did not know how often these sunny day floods occur. To find out, I installed sensors on this road and others throughout the state to track flood frequency. My sensor in Carolina Beach captured 65 days of flooding in just 1 year, meaning that 1 out of every 6 days, the road in front of your Airbnb could be impassable for hours. Some of you might wait to return until the tide falls and the floodwaters recede. Others might decide to slosh back. Unfortunately, for those who decided to trudge through the flood, I have some bad news. Collaborators on our research team tested the water quality of these floods and found that they are, put simply, pretty gross. We tested the floodwaters for fecal indicator bacteria. Poop! We found contamination levels up to 100 times greater than the standard that state officials use to trigger a beach closure. One potential source of these contaminants, leaky sanitary sewer pipes that could be spilling sewage into nearby stormwater infrastructure. Here, the sewage would mix with floodwaters, moving contaminants to the surface and the doorstep of your Airbnb. So, to recap, we've discovered that sunny day floods occur frequently and can be contaminated with feces. But we still do not know where contaminants end up as floodwaters recede and flow back toward the ocean. It could be the same areas where you're kayaking with your kids or playing with your pup. To answer this question, I developed a first-of-its-kind computer model that tells us how these floodwaters move from the ocean to the road and back again. Now, I'm applying a new feature in the model that lets us simulate contaminant sources, then track where the floodwaters move those contaminants. This method, paired with our field measurements of bacteria concentrations, allows us to identify contamination hotspots, cold spots, and transport, revealing the previously unknown fate of contaminated coastal floodwaters. These findings will ultimately inform water quality advisories after flooding along the North Carolina coast and best practices for designing flood defenses. All told, my research will help coastal engineers and public officials keep you all healthy on your next trip to the beach. Go Pack!